Hello everyone, welcome to the first League of Legends character building episode. Today we'll be creating the creator of the League of Legends universe, Aurelion Sol. Aurelion Sol was already ancient before the first of the mortal races. Born in the first breath of creation, he roamed the vast nothingness of a celestial realm, seeking to fill the canvas of darkness with marvels whose bright glimmer would bring awe and wonder to all.
But the thing they do best is beg for mercy.
Let's talk goals for this build. First, we need celestial powers to wield the stars. Next, we want dragon powers, mainly flight and a breath weapon. Last, we need 3 orbiting stars for some extra passive damage. We are building Aurelion Sol's 5 abilities into this build. We need his passive that gives you passive damage to nearby creatures, his Q that shoots out a galaxy and is an AoE stun, his W that expands the reach of his passive, dealing bonus damage, his E that gives him flight, and lastly his ultimate for a line of burst damage. For our summoner spells, we'll take Flash and Ignite. For this build, we will be using the point buy method. If your DM would like you to roll, just use this as a guide. Put 15 into your charisma as your spellcasting modifier. Next, put 14 into dexterity. Aurelion Sol is pretty nimble for a star dragon. Intelligence is at 13. Aurelion Sol created a universe after all, he's not dumb. Wisdom is a little low at 10, and Constitution is 12. ACL is pretty squishy. Lastly, let's dump Strength at 8. Do we ever even see him lift anything? He doesn't even walk. Racial bonuses will still apply. Speaking of race, Aurelion Sol is a star dragon. Unfortunately, god or dragon are not a race, so Dragonborn will have to do. You have a walking speed of 30 feet. As a Dragonborn, you get +2 to your strength and +1 to charisma, making you as strong as the average mortal. Choose the blue Dragonborn type for resistance to lightning damage and your breath attack. As an action, you can hail a 30-foot line of lightning, dealing 2d6 lightning damage on a failed dexterity saving throw, or half as much on a successful one. This is your first voice of light, we will get a better one later on. You know, common and draconic. For your background, make a custom one called Star Dragon. You get Arcana and Religion skills. Also, you learn the languages Celestial and Abyssal. For your feature, take Heart of Darkness from the Haunted One background and reflavor it as a godly presence. You don't really need any equipment for your build, so take what you would like. Start this build off as a Warlock. As a first level Warlock, you get 2 skills from their list. I would go Intimidation and Investigation. You also get Wisdom and Charisma saving throws. Warlocks also get Otherworldly Patron. Choose the Celestial one for some godly powers, and reflavor it where you are the Celestial Patron. You get some bonus cantrips, Light and Sacred Flame as Warlock spells. Light conjures a magical light, and Sacred Flame deals radiant damage to a target. You get the Healing Light ability, giving you some basic healing as a bonus action. You also get Pack Magic, giving you 2 cantrips. I would go Eldritch Bolt for his auto attack, and Thunderclap for his star passive. We'll get a better one later. Eldritch Bolt shoots a magical beam of energy, dealing force damage, and Thunderclap deals thunder damage to all creatures within 5 feet of you. For your 2 first level spells, I would go Guiding Bolt from the Celestial list. Guiding Bolt shoots a beam of light at a target, dealing radiant damage and making them easier to hit. For your second spell, choose Arms of Adar to expand your star's passive reach. Your W, Arms of Adar deals necrotic damage to all creatures within 10 feet of you. At second level, we'll take a level of Sorcerer, giving you a Sorcerer origin. Choose the Draconic origin for more dragon powers. If your DM allows it, choose Radiant damage for stronger stars. Otherwise, choose a Fire Dragon. You get double Charisma proficiency bonus when interacting with dragons, and you get +1 HP for each level of Sorcerer you take. You also get a natural AC of 13 plus your Dex mod. For your 4 starting cantrips, go Firebolt for a weak Ignite. Firebolt is a ranged fire attack. Shocking Grasp deals melee lightning damage and better against heavily armored targets. Chill Touch that conjures a spectral hand deals necrotic damage, and Mage Hand that can move objects weighing 5 pounds or less. Your 2 first level spells are Burning Hands, an AoE fire attack, and Sleep that puts targets to sleep for a weak galaxy stun. At third level, we'll go back to Warlock for invocations and a new spell. I would go Hex for your new spell. With Hex, you can curse a target, making your attacks deal bonus damage against them. You also get 2 invocations. Go Agonizing Blast for better Eldritch Bolt damage, and Lance of Lethargy for a slowing effect on Eldritch Bolt. At 4th level, you gain a pack boon from the Warlock class and 2nd level spells. For your 2nd level spell, take Flaming Spear from the Celestial list for a stronger ignite. Flaming Spear is the only spell we can get from Warlock that deals continuous fire damage. Choose the Pack of the Tome and take these 3 cantrips. Spare the Dying to protect creatures that are unconscious, Guidance for better skill checks, and Vicious Mockery to insult your foes, dealing psychic damage. Starting at 5th level, 4th level Warlocks get an ability score increase, a new spell, and a new cantrip. For your new spell, take Misty Step for your flash. Misty Step allows you to teleport 30 feet. Bump up your charisma for better spellcasting. Take Toll the Dead for your cantrip. Toll the Dead is a necrotic spell that deals necrotic damage and deals bonus damage to injured targets. Also, your cantrip damage goes up. At 6th level, you gain a new invocation from the Warlock class, 3rd level spells, and a new spell. For your spell, go Fly for your E ability in League. Fly allows you to fly for a limited amount of time. For your invitation, take Cloak of Flies. Activates with a bonus action. While it's active, you have advantage on Intimidation, but disadvantage on all other Charisma checks. But the main thing is that anytime a creature starts their turn within 5 feet of you, they take poison damage equal to your Charisma modifier. Now we have your passive stars. Also, your breath weapon goes up to 3d6. At 7th level, we'll go back to Sorcerer for Font Magic and a new spell. For your new spell, pick Thunderwave. Thunderwave is an AoE thunder damage spell that knocks enemy back. You have a number of sorcery points equal to your Sorcerer level, and you can turn them into spell slots and spell slots into points, giving you a few extra spells per day. At 8th level, you get Meta Magic, 2nd level spells, and a new spell. For your new spell, take Dragon's Breath. Dragon Breath gives a certain creature the ability to breathe a certain element for a minute as an action. For your metamagic option, take Empowered Spell and Quicken Spell. Empowered Spell makes spells deal more damage, and Quicken Spell makes spells that take an action to cast a bonus action to cast. Metamagic options cost sorcery points to use. At 9th level, you get an ability score improvement. Cap off your charisma for maximum star and spell damage. You also get a new spell and cantrip. Take Enlarge/Reduce so that you can make yourself bigger, and Message. Message allows you to speak telepathically with a creature within 30 feet of you. At 10th level, you gain 3rd level spells and learn a new spell. For this spell, take Lightning Bolt. As a stronger ultimate, his voice of light. Lightning Bolt shoots a bolt of lightning in a line that deals a lot of lightning damage to creatures it hits. At 11th level, you learn a new spell. I would choose Hypnotic Pattern for a stronger galaxy attack Q. Hypnotic Pattern is an AoE stun that can last for a minute. You also gain an elemental affinity from your Draconic bloodline, making your choice element, probably fire, spells more damaging. Also, you can spend 1 sorcery point to gain resistance to that damage type for 1 hour. Your cantrips and breath weapon also get stronger. At 12th level, you gain 4th level spells and learn a new spell. Go back to 3rd level spells and pick up Fireball. Fireball is an AoE fire spell that deals high damage. If you cast Fireball and then quicken spell Hypnotic Pattern, you'd have your strongest Galaxy Q because it stuns and deals damage. At 13th level, you have an ability score increase. Instead, let's either take the Resilient Feast for +1 intelligence and better intelligence saves, or Observant and get +1 intelligence and better perception and investigation. Your new spell for this level is Banishment. Banishment allows you to banish alien creatures back to their original plane. At 14th level, you gain 5th level spell slots and learn a new spell. For this spell, take Creation for minor universe creating magic. Creation creates up to a 5-foot cube of material. After a certain amount of time based on the material vanishes. At 15th level, you gain a new meta magic option. Take Extended Spells. For this spell, take Animate Objects. Animate Objects turns normal objects into constructs for a minute under your control. At 16th level, you get 6 level spells and learn the spell Sunbeam. Sunbeam is an AoE radiant attack that can blind targets. Your breath weapon also increases to 5d6. 17th level ability score increase time. The feat Warcaster gives you better concentration, and you can cast single target spells as opportunity attacks. Your cantrips also get stronger at this level too. 13th level sorcerers get 7th level spells. Take reverse gravity at this level. Reverse gravity flips gravity in a 50-foot area. At 19th level, Draconic sorcerers get dragon wings. Dragon wings let you create wings for a permanent flying speed. The capstone for this build is an 8th level spell. Take Sunburst, giving you a massive AoE radiant damage spell and blinds targets hit. First, let's talk about your corresponding abilities from League of Legends and then what abilities match it in D&D. Aurelion Sol's passive is the Cloak of Flies Invocation or Thunderclap. Auto attacks are Eldritch Blast. His Galaxy Stun Q can be Sleep, Hypnotic Pattern, Fireball, or Hypnotic Pattern plus a Quickened Fireball. To expand his stars, cast Arms of Adar. His E is either the spell Fly or his Dragon Wings feature. Lastly, his ultimate is his breath weapon from the Dragonborn race, Lightning Bolt, or Thunder Wave plus Quicken Lightning Bolt. Flash is Misty Step, and Ignite is Flaming Spear or Firebolt. The strengths of this build. First off, you have 13 cantrips. That is a lot. Second, you have a high action economy. Each round your stars deal damage, lots of actions and bonus action heals, teleports, and quicken spells. We also do a lot of rarer types of damage, Radiant, Necrotic, Force, and Thunder. Lastly, you have some nice mobility options, mainly a flying speed. The weaknesses of this build. You don't have a ton of health. You have an AC of 15 and an HP of 123. Second, you don't get 9th level spells, so no wishing universes into existence. Your physical saves are a little low. And lastly, the only charisma skill you are good at is intimidation. But you don't need to be good at persuasion. Intimidate mortals, and if they don't listen, give them a little taste of Starfire.